Alright, what's going on, guys? McWiggle110 here, bringing you a MLB The Show 18 video. Yeah, I've been playing this game a lot more recently, and, I've been streaming, twice a day, and just trying to get back in the groove of things, trying to get a set schedule in, because I go off to, well, I start college next week, so, I decided to get kind of like a routine schedule down. And I kind of want to start uploading to YouTube more and fit YouTube into my schedule there. I don't know if it'll be a daily type of thing, but there's not too many people on YouTube who do, more high tier gameplay. I know there are some people that upload gameplay. I don't really watch too much uh, MLB on YouTube really, but I don't think there's very much, like high quality gameplay really. Um, So in this video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to give you kind of just a base guide on a team that you want to draft for your battle royale. If you want to try and go 12-0 and get yourself a Louis Tiant or something like that, we should be getting some new rewards soon. But this is just going to kind of be like a quick overhaul on how I like to draft and what I would draft in the scenario, and just kind of walk you through it as we go through the draft. So. This is just going to kind of show you to give you kind of like a base mindset. Now, obviously, it's still going to come down to user-based skill, if you're good enough, but this will put you off on the right foot. 1,500 stubs, let's go. Oh my god, and we get a very, very good diamond round. So even Gagne is good, but then we also get Immortal Piazza, who I have not used yet, and Immortal Babe Ruth. This is my first time getting Babe Ruth in a draft. Normally I would take Gagne just because Gagne is so good, but I think I have to take Babe Ruth here. Honestly, you're not going wrong with any one of these three. I would say, Ruth just kind of cancels out Piazza just because, I mean, he's the best hitting card in the game. Um, you do need a good bullpen, and Gagne is the best bullpen card in the game, but Babe Ruth is also the best hitter in the game. I would say him and probably Immortal Pujols are probably the best hitters in the game, so you're really not going wrong here with either Gagne or Babe Ruth. But I'm gonna go with the Babe here just because I haven't used him, and yeah, I want to use him, and he's the best hitting card in the game. So if you guys can kind of hear a background, that's not me breathing on my mic, like that sound you just heard. I have my fan on right next to me, kind of. I need it on. It's pretty humid in my house today, so. So bronzer, and we don't get any bullpen arms. We're gonna take Brock Holt here. Just he's gonna end up on the bench. Ooh, okay. Freeman is up against lefties on the day. Chris Bryant is not up at all. And we get Diamond Carter Caps. I've never used this card before. I faced them a couple times in BR. I've never faced them though. I'm not a big fan of Freddie Freeman this year. I really liked him last year. He doesn't really have the quirks as he did last year, and Chris Bryant's not really up on the day, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and take Carter Caps here. I think I'd like it a bit more maybe if he had another pitch, whether it was a sinker or a cutter or even just a regular old two seam. But he's got really good per nines. He's got some gas behind his pitches, so we're gonna go ahead and take Carter Caps. You're really not going wrong with Freeman either. It's just I personally don't really like Freddie Freeman this year is all. So we're gonna go ahead and take Carter Caps. Now another very good round here. We get Paul DeYoung, one of the best silver cards in the game. This is a no-brainer. As soon as you see guys like DeYoung and Gallo and Matt Olson and silver cards like that, you almost instantly want to take them. Grandal's not a bad choice either. He's up against lefties, so he's a little bit more well-balanced. But we gotta take DeYoung here. So, common arrows, this should be a given to you guys. Battle Royale's 3 innings. You want to take your commons in the starting pitching round. Okay, this is a pretty interesting round. So we get David Hernandez, but we also get Tommy Joseph, who was a fairly decent bronze card. So, I mean, at the very least, we could probably hit him 8th, maybe. I think we're definitely going to take Tommy Joseph. I will fill out the bullpen with just bronzes. But Tommy Joseph, as it gets in like the later stages of the draft, and you have like maybe like a couple bronze and common rounds left, yes, you're really looking for like that kind of gem. And Tommy Joseph is that type of gem for a pinch hitter, or you can hit him eighth. So we're gonna take him. We're gonna want to take Carson Smith here. He's got kind of a funky release. He's a side armor. If all comes to worst, we will have to use him maybe. We're gonna want to take Scott Schebler here. I believe that's how you say his name. Harrison Bader just doesn't really have the power. Neither does Danny Valencia. We don't get a relief pitcher, so just by kind of process of elimination. Plus, Schebler is not necessarily terrible as a hitter. He has okay splits. He's up on the day a little bit against lefties. He's usable. We'll take Jumbo Diaz just to kind of fill the bullpen. Same with Paul Fry. So now we are looking at okay. So this is okay. So we can take either Archie Bradley, who I pitch fairly well with, or we can take Will Middlebrooks. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take Archie Bradley, just because I do need another usable righty. Carson Smith isn't terrible, but he's not necessarily reliable. Caps and Archie Bradley are reliable, so we're gonna go and take Archie Bradley here. Oh man. Now here I would normally take Matt Davidson because he's usually at least like neutral inside edge. He's never usually down, but he's down on the day to day. Wow, that kind of sucks. Um, I don't really want to take this guy just because I don't want to leave myself one bullpen spot because I do need a lefty, some type of lefty. So we're just gonna take Matt Davidson. At the very least, he can still be used for a bench bat, which is probably what he's gonna be used for. So we do need to get some of these common runs out of the way, hopefully. Okay, yeah, here we go. Get these common runs out of the way, it'd be nice. Okay. Now you see, if I didn't have Archie Bradley, I'd probably take Joaquin Benoit. He's not a terrible card. He's not a great one, but I think we're gonna end up taking. This really isn't a very good gold round, I gotta say. I don't hit terrible with Alex Avila. I don't think I've ever really used this Jackie Bradley. He can't really hit, and he can't really hit lefties. Um, yeah, I guess we'll take because we have Ruth, we have Schebler, so there's like three lefties right there. I mean, I'll take Jackie Bradley, I guess. I guess. Man, we cannot get a lefty. We cannot get a lefty to save our life right now. Fergie Jenkins, I mean, he's not great. We might end up having to take him though. Salty, I mean, he can hit righties. Okay, we'll take Salty, I guess. Just to kind of get him out of the way, hopefully. Okay, we're going to take Peter Moylan just because he's kind of cheap, so we need a lefty here. Don't be a common round. Couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. I guess we'll just take this guy. So, I mean, our bullpen's kind of struggling. I will say that. So, what do we need? We need a catcher, a second baseman, third baseman. Okay. Wow, and of course Gaddis is on the day. Down on the day. Of course. Man, this draft started off very well and just kind of hit the tubes, huh? Okay, we'll take Ian Kinsler for second base. Okay, this is more like it. This is more like it. So we will probably end up having four lefties, unfortunately, I think. Because I think I have to take Pedro Alvarez here. Aguilar's up against lefties. Yeah, we're going to take Pedro Alvarez here. Take Brad Miller here. He's got a little bit of pop against righties. Somewhat speed. Pedro Florman, we'll take him. And gold round. I think we're going to end up taking Mesoraco here. Because we already have Kinsler for second. Pedro Alvarez for third. And I don't really want to use Salty, to be 100% honest, so I think we're just going to go ahead and take Mesoraco here. So this draft kind of turned it out okay, I would say. It's not great by any means necessary. I'm not a fan that we have four lefties and just four righties. But this is how I'm gonna set it up. So most people would lead off Babe Ruth more than likely, um, just because it was, and there's no problem with that. But I want to try and get the best matchup I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and lead off Pedro Alvarez. Most of the time, you're just gonna get a righty in BR to start. I don't know what I would say, maybe 70-30%. So that's 70%. If you have Pedro Alvarez, say anywhere else in your lineup in the 3, 4, 5, 6 hole, he's almost always gonna get a lefty. So you might as well just leave him off to try and get the righty matchup right off the bat. That's what you're just better off doing. Now, I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm gonna bat Ruth second. I want to get Ruth as many at bats as I can. It doesn't really matter what matchup he gets, whether it's a lefty or a righty. I can hit lefty lefty perfect. It's not really a big deal to me. So we'll go ahead and throw him there. We'll throw Paul DeYoung in the 3-hole. Just it kind of gives him some protection against lefties. I know he hits righties better on the day, but maybe they see DeYoung as after and they might bring in a lefty instead. We will go with Mesoraco to hit 4th, I guess. This card's pretty nice. I've had him in a couple drafts so far. He's definitely not terrible. We'll go ahead and throw Jackie Bradley. I think this is exactly how we're gonna set it up. I might throw Kinsler in the 6th hole, just so that we don't really have back-to-back lefties anymore. Or not back-to-back, but like lefty, righty, lefty. Yeah, I think this is good. I like this draft. I would have liked maybe for the bullpen to fill it a little bit better, rather than just Carter Capps and Bradley. But Bradley's more open to pitch to left-handed batters compared to Carter Capps, just because he has a knuckle curve and a cutter. Carson Smith is usable. Peter Moylan's usable. I guess necessarily if we really have to. If worse comes to worse, we could use one of these lefties against a lefty just for like one at bat type deal. So this draft actually turned out a little bit better than I thought it would. Things maybe I would have changed. I don't really know. I feel like this draft came out really good. It kind of sets out like we just kind of didn't get lucky in, because in the end, in a BR draft, you're really just kind of hoping to get lucky with your rounds. Like I got really lucky in my first diamond round and got Babe Ruth and Piazza and Gagne. And we got DeYoung and Mesoraco and Alvarez. Those are really good ones. And same with kind of Schebler and Tommy Joseph. Those are all really good picks. And so would Matt Davidson normally. So for the bench, I'll use Davidson against lefties and then Salty against righties. That's pretty easy. I like this draft though. This draft kind of came out nice. I'm glad that I finally get to use Babe Ruth. I will post some highlights. I'm gonna play through this BR draft right now, and so the next video you will see is what this draft will do. Now, normally I would like to do a post commentary for all this stuff, for gameplay and stuff, but I actually have to do it live because I just record off my PS4. I don't have a setup or like a stream setup or an Elgato or anything. One day, hopefully, I will have that stuff. But for right now, I don't. I just record stuff off the PS4. And the editing tool, it's called Share Factory. It used to allow you to do like commentary over your gameplay, like your gameplay clip and audio and stuff. But I don't know why it did. There was an update that came out for it, and I don't think you can do it. But we'll see. I'm going to kind of run this through anyways, this clip right here, and see if I can. And if I can, this kind of 12-0 BR run video with the gameplay will be post commentary instead of live com. But if it's live com, you guys are stuck with me. So I know my commentating skills aren't really the best, but hopefully my gameplay will make up for it. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of this draft. Let me know if you guys have used this Immortal Babe Ruth, because I can't wait to try this card out. So be sure to drop a follow on my Twitch channel as well, twitch.tv/Goobs Network. I stream on there every day, and I will be streaming there tonight. I'm not sure what time. Follow me on Twitter. I will tweet out when I'm live. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Feedback is important. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.